Malloy here. Former Secretary of Agriculture Mike Espy has been handed more indictments than the entire Reagan cabinet. And then there's the partner of former Arkansas Governor Jim Guy Tucker. He's ready to plead guilty. And then there's Susan and Jim McDougal and David Hale. Gosh, it must have been just a whole lot of fun in Arkansas in the 80s. We'll talk about it tonight. So all you Republicans, come on, join me for the Democratic turkey shoot tonight. 10 o'clock, Mike Malloy, right here on Chicago's Talk Radio 89 WLS.
Couple of minutes until 7 at WLS with Don Wade and Roma and memories of Brandon Tartikoff, who died Wednesday of Hodgkin's disease.
What a trendsetter he was. People are shocked by this because he had such ability to spring back. I mean, no one, they knew he was sick. He had this lymphoma since he was 23 years old.
Yeah.
When he was here in Chicago.
The shows that he was responsible for, the music you're hearing are Hill Street Blues, and he's the one who came up with the idea of Bill Cosby.
Miami Vice.
Right, he did L.A. Law, Cheers. My gosh, the list of shows that he was involved with.
The Golden Girls, Family Ties. I mean... Night Court, Hollywood Square, Saturday Night Live, Al.
And he was 30 when he went to NBC and started being this, well, I guess 30 or 31, when he was the head of the NBC network. Or head of the NBC Entertainment. They have so many presidents of networks, you never know which division they're,
Everyone seems to say he was the most positive, supportive person that you've ever worked with.
Yeah.
Had the honor to work with. So, 48 years, he did a lot.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name.
Coming up, we've got Mike Espy, Al Gore, Colonel Sue's The Smoking Wife, Round 2, Mick Jagger wears Tommy Stinkfinger just for money, shame on the Sun Times, shame on the network news, chocolate that'll choke ya, El Nino, Castro death rumors and Rokon, Motel 6 and racial discrimination, the Magellan Fund ploy, and South Park. Did you see it last night? And, of course, we'll have the Rolling Stones special Prop Me Up. And we'll do that. WLS News, weather, traffic, and your calls. Looks like patchy fog in the morning, then sunshine and pleasant, a high of 80. It's 68 at O'Hare, 701.
Our name says it all. Talk Radio 89 WLS, Chicago.
More than 10,000 Chicago school kids are being held back as the new school year begins today. At 7:02, I'm Jeff Hendricks, WLS News. The news brought to you by Rush Presbyterian St. Luke's Medical Center. Summer vacation officially ends this morning for nearly 500,000 Chicago public school students. Schools reopened for the fall term this morning with a new emphasis on getting it right. The era of promoting academically undeserving kids is over. An unprecedented 10,000 youngsters are being held back this year. This is school chief Paul Vallis.
Ending social promotion is not the only thing that we did. We also have after-school programs, math and remediation programs. We just put 150,000 children through summer school. So, we're doing a lot of things. The retention policy is just part of a comprehensive education policy. And those children who are kept behind are not being kept behind because they're a month or two behind. They're being kept behind because they're a year and a half, 2 years behind. Mayor
Daley plans to personally greet some returning school kids this morning at the Richard J. Daley Elementary School on the South Side. Proposition 209, California's new law banning race or gender from being a factor in public hiring or school admissions, took effect today. Jesse Jackson plans to lead a protest march across San Francisco's Golden Gate Bridge, and police say they're at the ready in case things get out of hand.
I don't think it'll be much of a demonstration, frankly. If it turns out to be something other than a lawful assembly, then the CHP will start arresting and citing people. It's as simple as that.
Prop 209 is being appealed to the U.S. Supreme Court. Mayor Daley's brother Michael is suing Time Incorporated. He charges that Time magazine defamed him and his law firm by suggesting they are the targets of a federal investigation. The article in Time magazine implied that the Daley and George law firm is a backdoor route to winning city contracts in Chicago. Former Agriculture Secretary Mike Espy has been charged with seeking or accepting more than $35,000 in illegal gifts from companies doing business with his department. A federal grand jury also indicted Espy yesterday on charges of lying and tampering with a witness. The meat plant that has been at the center of that E. coli scare has been sold. IBP, the country's biggest meat packer, is buying the Nebraska plant from Hudson Foods and hopes to reopen the plant within a few weeks. The plant was shut down after a recall of 25 million pounds of beef. Disney chairman Michael Eisner calls Brandon Tartikoff one of TV's brightest programming minds. Tartikoff, who brought NBC from the lowest-ranking network to the country's most popular in the 1980s, died yesterday following a long battle with Hodgkin's disease. Tartikoff was only 48. Walt Disney World is closing all of its hotel swimming pools and 3 water parks an hour before dusk every night because of an encephalitis scare in Florida. The mosquitoes that can spread encephalitis are especially active from dusk to dawn. Michael Jordan will be in the lineup, did you ever doubt it, when the Bulls attempt to win their 6th NBA title in 8 years next season. Jordan has signed a 1-year deal that reportedly will pay him between $36 and $40 million. Channel 7's Mark Giangreco talked about Jordan's re-signing with our Rowan Gary yesterday.
Going in, Michael wanted a 1-year deal worth about $36 million. We assume he got that, and probably a little more. He also wanted the no-trade Scottie Pippen clause. We don't know whether he got that or not. Going in, Reinstar said, no way. I can't promise Michael that. Even though he's Michael Jordan, he's still a player. I'm the owner. I call the shots. I cannot promise that we won't trade Pippen during the season. Either Michael gave in or Jerry gave in. I got a feeling that Mike gave in.
The Marlins beat the Cubs 4-3, and Toronto was all over the White Sox last night, 13-2. We'll check traffic and weather next. WLS News Time, 7:05.